Evening, gang, and welcome to our little Sunday night chat show. It's Sunday, the 10th of August, 2025. Welcome along to our little show, boys and girls. What a lovely day today, and yesterday, and the day before, and the day before that. What really nice weather at the moment we're having. I managed to get out on a long bike ride, the longest I've done on that new bike, about 20 miles all round altogether, down to Virginia Water this week. Short video of that coming up, and also a short video of my afternoon tea with lovely Debs. Let's see who the early people are with us on the show today. We've got Jason, Vera from Vera's Choice in the morning. Evening to you, darling. All right, Rachel Thieves. Not Rachel Thieves, Granny Freezer, as in Rachel from accounts, I hope. Oh, no, dear. We don't want her here. We don't want any members of the Labour Party here at all. Please go. You're destroying everything, my dears. So hello to you. Good evening to the lovely Shania. Shania's here for a reason tonight. You are the reason. Another depressing song, as sung by certain members of the, I say sung, you know, I use that term extremely loosely, dear. Sung, you know, as sung by people. You are the reason. Evening to you. Evening to Mr. Mikey Mike. Hello to you, sir. Thank you, Rachel. She likes my shirt tonight. Look at that. There we are. Thank you very much. One of the Orlando ones. Evening to the delightful Tony Power in the chat box tonight. Someone who writes songs for the Eurovision Song Contest, i.e. Tony Power. You see, I know them all, dear. I may not be at the same level as them, but I know them all, dear. Probably next week, I expect Madonna might be in the chat box, although it won't say Madonna. She'll be disguised under another name, you know, like Shirley Bassey. One of the people here tonight is actually Shirley Bassey, but I can't say what one. Thank you very much. Oh, that's all right, Shania. I know, darling. To get a direct message to me, my darlings, use the text message, please, up there. That'll come straight into me. 07451287337. I always say this now at the beginning of the show. It's impossible to keep an eye on the chat box all the time and pull out the messages that are for me mixed in with everyone else talking with their chatter, okay? So please use that to send a message direct to me, and that'll come straight through there. And I've got to start, because I promised Shania, or shall we wait till we get a few more people, actually, Shania? Shall we give it another few minutes? We'll give it another few minutes, okay, my love? Just for that little bit of chat that I promised you earlier. Okay. I've got to go and have a second eye test. Yeah. It became obvious on Friday, these are my old glasses, okay? So with my old glasses, I'm reading, right in front of me there is my stuff, you know, my equipment. I have a screen either side. That one, news stories and what's in the show. That one for music. Probably won't use that today unless anyone sends a little tip. Then you'll hear the cash register go on and your name mentioned. And right in front of me is a screen where I can see me and your chat and other bits and pieces connected to sending the show out to you, okay? So these are the glasses. These are my old glasses, which I've got on, and it's okay. You know, things are very slightly blurred, but I can get away with it, right? Similarly, you know, if I pick up a piece of paper with some writing on it, what shall I have? Here we are. Let's have our Tuesday features thing for the radio show, which is already being worked on. Look at that. You know, I can look at that. And yeah, you know, a slight blur, but it's okay. You know, it's okay. It's okay. Well, a couple of weeks ago, I had an eye test. And on Monday this week, just gone, I picked up my new glasses in... What colour would you like, sir? Here is the old colour for the old colour. What colour would you like, sir? Green! Beautiful green colour. Look at that. Don't you like that? Green colour for my case. I think these are all made out of recycled stuff now. You know, my mum used to go to Dolland and Aitchinson, and you always have a thing like this, wouldn't you? You know, hard case, right? These are more like they're hard, but they're soft. I would imagine they're made out of some recycling, you know, jumping on the green bandwagon or something like that. Anyway. So I had the eye test. He said, yeah, that eye's deteriorated more Then that one. So you'll need new glasses. Fine. Okay, that's fine. Give me the prescription. Do you want to buy them now, or shall I just give it? No. I'm quite happy to buy them now. So lady comes in from Specsavers. Let me take you round to the glasses. And I said to her, one thing that he can see is the beginning of cataracts, the very beginning of cataracts. Apparently, a normal adding to the list of things that I've got now, right? The very beginning of cataracts. So that's okay. He said that's quite a normal thing for people of your age. Oh, don't you hate it when people say that? Oh, you're looking good for someone of your age. Well, what do you mean? But as opposed to what? Like dead? You know. Oh, for someone your age. I bleed hate that. Anyway. So that's fine. Nothing to worry about yet, apparently. All right. So she comes out. She says, okay, I'll take you round to the glasses. Okay. I'd like you to take me round to the really cheap ones, please. I said, I don't see any point in spending hundreds of pounds on a pair of glasses. And she put her hand on my shoulder. She said, do you know what? Neither do I. You know, these people, I'm sure there's some of you on here at the moment who have spent 100, 200, 300, 400 pounds on glasses. There was a bloke in the pub, I think it was Friday night or Saturday night, we were talking about glasses. I said, I've just got these ones. He said, oh, you wouldn't like to know the price of mine. Go on, £500. Why? Why, oh why, would you spend £500 on a pair of glasses? That's a Jet2 holiday. That's a Jet2 holiday, that is, where you can save £50 per person. That's over £200 for a family of 4. That's a Jet2 holiday. Mind you, I say that about the Jet2 holidays. I came across an advert for Jet2 the other day, right? I think it was on TikTok. Different music. Now, that ain't going to work, is it? Why would you change something that's working, you idiots? Idiots. It was all like a bit soft and a little bit British Airways. That one. It was a bit like that. No, I put comment. Where's the original Jet2 music? I won't be buying anything. Well, I wouldn't go on Jet2 anyway. I mean, it's awful. All those young people, young lads in grey tracksuits, getting a bit drunk and getting a little bit more easy. Anyway, yeah, and it wasn't that music, you know. Come on, hold my hand. Nothing beats it. Wasn't that? It was a bit mamby-pamby, like watching BBC Breakfast in the morning. Mamby-pamby. They're rowing, aren't they? Naga and Charlie and their boss, they're all rowing, dear. None of that here at the Mirable Studios in Raw, Berkshire. The main reason for that being, I'm the only bastard sitting here. Anyway, back to the glasses story, right? So she takes me round to the little board of glasses, and there they are. £15, £15, £15. £30, £30, 40. No, too expensive now. Got to 45. No, we're stopped there at 30. Thank you very much. So I selected 4 pairs. 3 of these ones, which are the plastic ones. Okay, lovely. Nothing wrong with these, or is there? There's nothing wrong. Certainly nothing wrong with the frame, right? And they don't break because my older pair, I have 4 pairs of the old images, old prescription. 3 of those are plastic. They're not broken yet after 2 years. Why would they break? And if they do, they'd be going back to the shop. But they don't. £15. Just crazy, crazy. You people spending £500 on a pair of glasses. Oh, but I really like the frames. I mean, if you put them frame to frame, you know, you're hard pushed to find much bloody difference between them, dear. You're off your heads. I'm sorry, you are off your heads paying £500 for a pair of glasses. Anyway, so that's it, right? So these are the plastic ones, and I also have some metal ones like this, which I don't have up here, but they're very similar to that. They were the I know, I splashed out and bought a pair for 30 quid. Can you believe that? I haven't eaten for days. Send food parcels now. Mind you, I say send food parcels. Do you know who gets a lot of food parcels? Any ideas? I'm going to give you a clue. Shania probably knows this as well. Who do you think, Shania, when I go and visit after Mass, endless food parcels come in for Father Danny. Little dear old ladies bringing in stuff. I can't believe how much. He must never go to the shops, Father Danny. He's my parish priest. Wonderful, wonderful man. You couldn't wish for a better, very accepting of everyone. That is how a priest should be. Very accepting of anyone. All these old dears come in and they got more and more food coming in. This morning I observed an apple and blackberry crumble coming in from the delightful Dorothy, who's a lovely lady. She gave me a heart magazine because she had a heart attack a few years ago. And when I mentioned to her I've got a bit of an issue there, she brought me in this magazine. And as I'm walking out, I said, oh, what's that? She said, it's not for you. I said, go on, what is that then? Apple and blackberry crumble. It's for Father Danny. There's a surprise. So that went in. And then some sort of cheese thing went in. And then, after that, this woman's come in and she's got this huge box. Massive, massive box. And I'm thinking, what's in there? I'm visiting him because I wanted to have this blessed. This was a gift. From my niece recently. It's nice, isn't it? I think it was birthday gift. So that's a Mary there and a crucifix there, and I haven't had this blessed. I said, there you go. I said, can you bless that for me? And he blessed it and me and the giver of the gift, which I thought was a nice thing to do. Anyway, so I'm standing. So we're having this conversation. Father, I said, oh, it's all right, come in. I said, I'll get out of the way. No, you stay there, Chris. Okay. This massive box come in. And I think the ladies, I think she said her brother or her husband, one of the two, works for an airline, right? She opened this box and there must have been 30 chocolate mousses in little glass things in this box. I mean, I was going to get done for receiving stolen goods, I reckon. But there were 2 trays of this stuff. So each one had about 25 or 30 chocolate mousses on it. I said, Chris, do you want to take some of those home? I said, well, I can't. I've come on the bike. They get crushed. Oh, well, put some of those in the fridge. And I said, maybe you can give them, because in the hotel next door they've got Afghan refugees. And I said, maybe you can take them over there. She said, I wouldn't be able to do that because they might have allergies. You know, all this allergy stuff going on all the time. Yeah, you can't give anyone they might have an allergy. We never had any of this when we were kids. You just ate it. And if you had an allergy, unlucky. Now they worry. Allergies. So I don't know what they did with the other tray of chocolate mousses. It's endless, this food coming into his office. Does your priest get this, Shania? As a matter of interest? God's sake. Anyway, so that's Father Danny. There's more church news in a moment, which will amuse you. It will amuse you, I'm telling you. Okay, so we're at the £15 rack. I've chosen 3 pairs of these with the plastic and 1 pair with like metal rings, which were £30 for those. So the total cost, I think I get some free stuff there. The test or something else. The total cost, and I paid extra, I think £10 for some X-ray. I don't know what it was. Some photo that flash. Oh my God! I was blind for a moment. Couldn't see a damn thing. I thought they'd killed my eyes. When it was bright flash of light. And I have to say the puff test isn't too bad now. You know, puff, puff. That's not too bad now. They've got a new machine. Puff, puff. Doesn't hurt half as much. So there we are. So we've chosen the glasses, put them in, come back next Monday. Thank you very much. Bye-bye. And I've got to say, with Specsavers, I've been going there years. Very, very efficient in there. Everything runs to time. I like that. I like things to run to... I love things to run to time. I hate things being late. You know. Going back to church again, you know, I'm watching that clock and I'm waiting for the little bell to ring. Ding, ding, you know, 10:30 comes. Why hasn't the bell rung yet? Never mind, I'll start anyway. I make them come out. I start playing loud, right? And then they must be in there. Oh, look at the time. You know, you have to remind them. Anyway, So I find them very efficient and very friendly, and I very much like a 10 out of 10 for Specsavers over all these years I've been going there. I'm sure you've got a similar thing there. Right? Let me just check my text messages. Don't forget, do use that text message to get a text to us, boys and girls, and they drop straight into my little text message thing. Patricia in Manchester is there. Hello, Patricia. Evening to my lovely Mark Bowles. Evening to you. Hello to you. And hello. Is he watching the programme or not at all, Mark? Is your little boy there? SJ. Right, SJ. Hello to you. Half term. And he's got him for the... Is it just a day? Oh, the whole week. Oh, wow. Oh, fantastic. So what little trips are you going out for? And have you borrowed thousands of pounds to be able to do this? It's dear to... Isn't it dear to go out anywhere? Where are you taking him this week as a matter of interest, Martin? Send some photos if you want to, and I'll have a look. Oh, on Facebook, obviously. Evening to Big G. Now, on the subject of glasses, what we're talking about at the moment, he says, I have a terrible habit of breaking glasses at work. I know by prescription, so I get my work at glasses in Asda. £5 each. Now, I have a pair of those. I've got a pair of those here. They're not quite as good as the ones I've got on, but they're okay. You know, they certainly make a bit of an improvement from nothing. You know, but they're not quite as good as these, although these are a little bit blurred, which is the reason for going there. All right. Oh, I'm sorry you keep breaking the bleeding. Is it because you sit on them by any chance, Big G? Just saying. Maybe you should get one of those hard glass cases. It would have to be made of solid lead, wouldn't it? Your one. You sitting on the bleeding things, breaking your glasses there. Shania, on the subject of the priest, he gets bits and pieces normally when there's a party in the church hall. Oh, no. It's not when there's a party, Shania. It's like a constant incoming of all this food. I'm sure we don't spend any money on shopping, you know. Endless food comes into the offices of St. Joseph's in Bracknell. Anyway, so there we are. So I've ordered my glasses, come back next Monday. Thank you very much. And that indeed I did. So I went back Monday, although was that the same day as I had to go to the dentist this week? I've had to go, no, it wasn't Monday. I've had to go to the dentist this week because last Saturday I pulled out a filling somehow. Don't ask me. With the floss, I literally pulled it out anyway. Need a filling in there. So I goes into her, and she's a lovely lady. There's another story there, so I'll tell that in a bit. Back to the glasses. So I went back there Monday, 4 pairs of glasses already. An absolutely delightful young lady served me, and each pair she puts them on you. Right, can I just put my finger on you? You do whatever you like to me, my darling. Won't make me do anything. Anyway, so she puts her fingers behind there. Oh, they're a little bit loose. Let me tighten it up for you. And she takes it away, man. Yep, that's okay. Right, let's try the next pair. Oh, no, that's a bit loose. Third pair. Oh, no, they're fine. Fourth pair. I'll just make a little adjustment. And she said, oh, I think I can see a chip on here. She said, just a moment. Let me get these checked for you. They're very, very thorough in there, Specsavers. They're really, really good in there. So, that's it. So I came away with the glasses, and I've been using them to do my show and stuff like that. You know, I do a little radio show in the morning, which is there. Okay, you can come and join us every morning if you want to. It's a great laugh. I thoroughly enjoy doing that every morning. reachonair.com, okay, 9 till 10 o'clock every morning, my darlings. All right. So I've got the glasses, you know, and I didn't notice it at first, but I got my new glasses and I put the old ones in the blue box so I don't get them confused, although, you know, it would be pretty obvious if I've got the wrong ones on. So there we go, like that, right? So I got the new ones on. There we are. Reading my bits of paper. Fantastic. So clear. So very, very clear. Like there, all really clear. Better than the old ones. Okay, like I say, these are okay. No, they definitely improve it, but they're not quite unblurred. These, wonderful, unblurred, fantastic. And then it was, I think, Thursday or Friday morning. I'm doing the show, and I'm like, the computer screens are blurred. I thought, that's strange. Anyway, so I've got another bit of paper. This is while the radio show was going on. I thought, why is that blurred? I thought something had happened to my eyes. You know, because you can have things happen all of a sudden, you know. Heart attacks, cough to death, you know. Things happen suddenly. You know, you can be going about your normal Sunday happy days, you know, 100%, bang, 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 something happens. And one of the things is your sight loss. You can have if you're ever walking along and suddenly it looks like a curtain has dropped down in front of your eyes, your retina has become detached and you must go immediately, without any foul, straight to a hospital. Really important if that ever happens to you. So you can suddenly lose your sight. That's just how it is. I thought, what on earth's happened? Anyway, so I got my old glasses and I put them on. So as I'm looking at you now, that's quite blurred. Yeah, it's quite blurred. I can just about make stuff out, or all your words and what have you. There we are. Put those on. Yeah, I can read that now. Slightly blurred, but I can read it so much easier. Put these on, right? And everything looks a bit bigger, but it's actually just as blurry as without them on. And I thought, that's weird. How has that happened? You know, because when I've gone and got glasses before, I've just bought one pair and everything's worked, right? So after the show, I rang up the optician. I rang up Specsavers. I said, hello, sorry to trouble you. I've been with you for years and never had a problem, but I've just picked up some glasses and it's a really weird thing. They're really good at reading, which is what they're for, you know, reading. I said, but when I'm looking at the computer, I said, they're blurred. I said, in the past, you know, you've given me a pair of glasses and everything's been fine afterwards, you know, for a couple of years and then you go back again, all right? She said, oh, yeah. She said, what happens as you get older, I think you're going to need another pair just for your computer work. Oh, right, okay. She said, then there's a few different options here. So she gives me these options. I said, well, that's all right. She said, but you bought the cheap ones. And yes, she said £15. I said, yeah. I said, that's all right. I'll just get some more glasses for the computer. I said, do you need to test again? She said, yeah, we'll test you again for that. There'd be no charge for the test because it would just be a quick test to see how you get on. She says, but before you come in, could you bring your old... She said, what are the old glasses like? I said, but they're not bad. They're actually better than the new ones, right? So she said, okay, if you could bring in your old glasses, we'll test you with those and they may be all right. So happy days. She said, also bring your new ones in. And she said, can you measure the distance in centimetres between your computer screens and your glasses and your head? So I said yes, and I haven't done this yet actually, so this is sitting next to me now. Let's just measure the distance between... This would be fun, wouldn't it? Now, I'm very good at cutting anyone cut their fingers on these measuring implements? Very painful, dear, right. So if I just like... So that's going to be there, isn't it? So there's the screen, that's the longest one. Screen in front of me there, right? Right, so that's going to be there. Okay, 93 centimetres. That's when I use it. Right, 93 centimetres, then that is. So it's 93 centimetres between me and the screen. So tomorrow I'll go in with that piece of information, and then I expect I'll spend another... I only want 2 pairs, one for... Funnily enough, the ones at work, I don't have a problem with those, and they're a new pair. I'm closer to the screen, that's why. I'm closer to the screen there. So I just order another 2 pairs and be done with it. Funny enough, but I didn't expect that, you know, because before I've just had the 1 pair. Don't forget, gang, if you want to message me directly, please use the text 07451 287 337. Okay. Mark says he was made up with that. Someone on TV said my name. I can say it again for you. SJ. SJ, SJ. We could just say SJ for the next hour. SJ, 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 SJ. Yes, I'm a friend of your dad's, so hello to you. Spending a fortune, no doubt, damn expensive. He thinks money grows on trees in garden. Well, so did the Labour Party, darling. They shake the magic money tree, as Theresa May. Do you remember that? I always thought that was hilarious. Shake the magic money tree. There's not one of these there. Don't suppose you're coming to Legoland, are you, Mark? Eh? Because if you are, I can take a trip up there. Meet you in the all-you-can-eat pizza buffet. Yes, please, although they've taken the ice cream machine away. Oh, talking of ice cream machines, have you seen Ninja? I think it's Ninja. They are now doing a soft scoop home ice cream machine. Yes. Yeah, SJ. Fancy one of those? You get your... Pretend that's an... I know it doesn't look like an ice cream cone. No, pretend... Yeah, you just... Oh, sorry, hang on. Put the flakes in there. Yes, please. Ice creams for everyone. Absolute steal at just over £300. Mark, have you ordered one yet? There you go. You want your boy visiting more? Install a Mr. Whippy ice cream. Be round there every day, mate. I'm thinking of getting one and setting it up at the pub. You know, selling ice creams, £4.50 a time. Well, the bloke on the caravan site gets away with it. Not anymore, not twice. Once bitten, twice shy, mate. £4.50 that thieving git charged me for an ice cream. A small tub. Vera, you should have your nose to measure the difference. Shut up. Shut up, Vera. Nothing wrong with my nose, darling. Look. Thank you, Rachel. Ninja Swell. An absolute bargain. 349 quid. Would you like me to send you a link, Mark? He's now sat watching, is he? That's what you want. And tell your dad to get an ice cream machine, SJ. And you better get a box of flakes and sprinkles. Sprinkles. Hundreds of thousands. Yes. So once again, you know, you get your machine. Then don't forget the flakes. 2. And then sprinkles on top. Oh, and of course, you know, the other stuff. The chocolate stuff. Yes, please. All at home. You could have 5 ice creams a night at your dad's house. Happy days. Happy days. Even Stephen Petty. Hello to you, Stephen. All right. Good evening, Chris. Hope you're well. Had a week off lorry driving. Oh, yeah. Have a rest from that. That must be I would imagine quite a stressful thing, lorry driving. People don't... When I was on a coach a couple of years ago, and I was... the trains were off, and I had to meet my niece in... in... Oh, God, where was it now? Belsize Park, I think it was. Belsize Park. We were going to Disney. So I had to do it another way, you know, no train. Didn't want to drive there because that's, you know, park there for a week. You know, sell a house to pay the parking fee. Do you know what I mean? And I took coaches. 7 hours! It was 7 hours to get there. Bus, walk, coach. 7 hours it took to get there. Tube. What a bleeding nightmare that was. Oh dear. Anyway, and when I was on the coach, I was blatantly aware that no one lets coaches in. No one. He's literally, every time he wanted to get into a lane, he would have to push his way in. No one would let the coaches in. I assume it's the same for you. Stephen says, I had a week off from lorry driving. It's been a lovely 25 degrees in Lincoln today. Me and Emily visited Chatsworth House in Derbyshire during the week. It was lovely. Back to trucking next week. You haven't got a CB radio in there. No one has those anymore, do they? Breaker 1414 for a copy. Come on. I was on that in the 80s. Matchbox was my handle there. There you go. Vera says she thinks Father Danny is now the new Arthur Daly. It's a vision to see all this stuff coming in. There you go. Hey, Dad. Come on, Mark. Ice cream machine. An absolute steal at £349. Have you ordered it yet? Ha! You'll be able to pay terms if you could PayPal. Pay in 3 easy instalments. I'm just going to pop in the chat box. Matthew Martin's there. Hello to you. Is there any way for us Canadians to interact with you directly during the live shows, since the text number does not accept international numbers? I was looking on YouTube for this only the other night. How do people send me a direct message? And there's no way to do it. There isn't a way to do it. I don't know how else to do it, to be honest. The chat box is pretty impossible because everyone's chatting to each other. It's become a bit impossible, and it's the same for the radio show. It's happened there as well. The whole idea is that people chat to each other, but when you're looking for your messages coming out of that, it's just impossible. So I don't think there is, Matthew. Just stick it there and hope that I notice it, my darling. All right. So thank you very much. He's in Winnipeg in Canada. I hope the weather's nice there. You'll be in summer now, won't you, in Canada? I keep looking at the train journey on the Rocky Mountains with a glass top. Oh, it looks like expensive though. Bit expensive, but does look nice. Joseph's there. Good evening to Joseph. He's going to see Pan Am at the Two Brewers. Oh, wonderful act. I worked with her so many times. An absolute scream. Last time he saw her was 20 years ago. Gosh, it must be... I don't know when was the last time I did that. Rachel, do you get recognised in shops or supermarkets when you're not broadcasting? Well, Rachel, no. Rather disappointingly. No, I don't. How sad is that? My sister, she says it. My sister and brother-in-law, Martin from Butler's Empire. He doesn't like to be called my brother-in-law. It's Martin from Butler's Empire. Get a little badge if you want to, darling, as well, so we all know. They get it all the time, or at least she says that. Oh, yeah. Oh, we got recognised today again in Sainsbury's or wherever they are. She loves it. Nope, doesn't happen to me, Rachel, at all. There was one time about 15 years ago, I was in a shop, funnily enough, in Lincolnshire, possibly Debenhams, and I was on an escalator, and I heard someone. It was a small person. It was a shut up, Mark. What? Why are you texting me when you should be on the Amazon purchasing your Ninja Swirl from an absolute bargain at just £349? Pay over 3 easy terms. So that would be £115 over 3 times. Yes. You don't need money to go down the pub and play darts, love. Buy an ice cream machine for the boy. Anyway. Yeah, and I was all going. All I heard was, "Mum, I think that's Chris," and I looked down and there was this boy pointing at me. So I think that was the only time. No, I don't get recognised. It kills me, Rachel. To be honest, I sit here for hours on end talking to myself, as you can see from the numbers. But it doesn't matter because it's fun. It's fun. I do this for fun, not for numbers. Seriously, I do this for fun. I did try and do it for numbers. It depressed me terribly because I just didn't come. Vince is there. Good evening to Vince. Very popular karaoke Christmas there. Tony says you've made a spectacle of yourself. Very good, Tony. Very good with the jokes tonight, love. All right. Okay. We'll go back down to the bottom. So if you've got any messages above that, they won't be seen. There we are. Matthew, thanks for confirming. I will post here and hope for the best. I know that Rocky Mountain train ride is expensive, but I promise you it'll be worth every pound spent. It's truly magical. Yeah. Yeah. I would like to do that. John Allensby says I talk to myself all the time, and other people, Debs is there. Evening, Debs. We're going to be showing you a little film later on featuring Debs, my friend Debs, because we went to afternoon tea this week. That was really nice. And good evening to the lovely Robert Grogan, who I went out with for a little while about 30 years ago, Rob. Weren't it? When I had my flat in Wandsworth. Hello, Rob. Hello, handsome. Correct. Sorry. I'm in one of those moods today. Hello, handsome. Another interesting shirt for us this evening. There's loads of these. I want more. I want to get more, but I'm not willing to pay the prices here. So next time I go away on holiday, I'll have a look there. Tony went to the Wild Cat Sanctuary a couple of weeks back in Kent. It was great to see the tigers, cheetahs and lions. There's a pet story coming up for you today. Isn't it funny? All these messages, and we're connecting them to all the stories that we've got here. There we are. It was great to see the tigers that have been rescued from the Ukraine and Russian war. Yeah, nobody remembers those, really. You know, little animals and that. People don't mention those in war. War is terrible for all sides. All sides. You know, you can't say, you know, all Russians are evil. You can't say that. You know, there are boys there fighting for their country who will be shot if they're not fighting. Not all of their fault. You know, but probably out there terrified. They don't want to be there. And some of them get killed as well. It's terrible for both sides. Wars. Whatever war is going on anywhere in the country. Anywhere in the world, I beg your pardon. There we are. All right. Okay. Here we are. As general info, for those interested, if anyone is indeed wanting to visit Canada for the first time, best months are May to September, where temperatures are between 15 and 30 degrees centigrade. So that's kind of what we are here, really. Canada. Because I have booked a little holiday, actually. Not to Canada. I've booked a holiday to Future Ventura. That's in January, to get out of the cold weather here. My sister and Martin from Butler's Empire. My sister and Martin from Butler's Empire have been 3 times now, and they tell me I love it, so I booked it. Booked it the other day. I was on the phone to my sister, and I said to her, I've not booked this. She said, have you booked that holiday yet? Because she talks like that. You booked that holiday yet, bruv? And I'm like, no, not yet, sis. Why ain't you booked it yet? And I'm like, well, because, you know, with my couple of things going wrong inside me at the moment, you know, they might need to do a job. I might need to work or something. I might need to go in, have a procedure or whatever. You'll keep an eye on it. Oh, don't worry about that. Just go and book it. And I said, well, all right, I will do. Okay, then. She said, I'll ring you back in a while and I'll be on the line with you. Oh, right. Okay, so I bring up. And I know it's not always the cheapest way to do it, but I tend to do my holidays by booking directly through British Airways. I can't be doing booking.com for that, book the plane there, do that. No, deal with one people, you know, like going into a travel agent as we used to do years ago. Used to walk into the travel agent and just tell them where you want to go, and the man sits there on his video display unit. Tap, 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 tap. And thank you very much. And then you get a load of bits of paper telling you where to be and all that, right? It's a bit like that booking online at British Airways, although you're kind of doing it yourself. And I found a lovely hotel, actually, 4-star hotel. Booked it for a week halfway through January. Thank you very much. Flight as well. And I booked the club class flight, the business class flight. The difference in price, 200 quid. It's not a lot, is it? And then you'll get to use the really nice lounge. You can eat in the lounge, have a shower in the lounge, and when you get on the plane, you get a hot meal as well. And also, you don't get a bigger seat on those particular planes because they're only short haul. But what you get is someone sitting there, and then that seat is empty. That's kind of got a table on it, and then your seat is there. So you do have more space, although the seat isn't any bigger. And I like to fly like that, so you know why not. There we are. All right. Okie doke, boys and girls. Let me tell you about what happened in church today. Shania's waiting there. She's chewing her nails, waiting to hear this piece of information, aren't you, love? So what happened was I did Eucharistic Minister. This is, I class, probably for me, is the most important job that you can be asked to do in there. And it involves giving the bread, the body of Christ, after it's been blessed. So we believe I am holding that, yeah? Or the wine, the blood of Christ, to people as they come up, assisting the priest in their function. So the priest will come there, and any other highly religious people, like a priest, a deacon perhaps. Today, it was just Father Danny. So there's Father Danny there, and there's, I think, 6 or 7 of us, right? And you go to the altar, and you are given what he wants you to have. So far, I have only received to give out the hosts. So, like, you can have a little flat plate like that, full of little bits of bread, or you can have a chalice, which is also... I had a chalice today. That's what was given to me. I haven't done the wine yet. It's a little bit more fiddly with the wine, because as someone takes... You give them the cup, they have a little bit, you take it back, and then you wipe it before the next one comes up, yeah? With the bread, you just hold it up like that and give it in. Give it into someone's hands. Some people still like to have it on their tongue and put their tongue out like that. That hasn't happened to me yet. But if that happens, I know what to do, right? You say, body of Christ, they say amen. And then if it's little children, you just put your hand above their heads. You don't touch the child, just above their head like that. And you say, may... like a blessing. And it's really up to you what you say. And I watched on YouTube to find out how other people do it. One bloke was doing, may God bless you, amen. And the fact that you says amen gives you the opportunity, gives them the indication that it's finished now and they can walk off, if you see what I mean. All right? So that's how that works. And it's a serious thing not to be mucked around with. I mean, sometimes I'm playing the organ and I'm mucking about a little bit with the choir, to be honest, but this is something not to be mucked around with. Anyway, so that's happened and it's finished, right? So we then go up to the altar and clearing up happens. Now, I'm not 100% sure of what I'm doing at this point, so I tend to put that down and then someone else will pick it up and deal with whatever has to actually happen there. I know at some point I'm going to have to do that, so I've got to keep an eye and see what's going on there. Anyway, so I've got my back turned and there's another lad up there who's about 35, 36, I would imagine. He's really nice. And he's married to one of the ladies in there. He's dressed similar to me, actually. T-shirt and shorts on. And he's quite laddie. I don't know what his name is. If he was in the street, you'd be, all right, mate. Oh, mate, how's it going? And he just talked to you like that in there. Anyway, as I got my back turned, here it comes. I heard him say to someone, oh, congratulations. Yeah, well done. At which point I turned around, I thought, it must be the first time she's done it. And I turned around, there's a lady standing there. And I said, oh, well done. Is it your first one? At which point he kind of almost collapsed into fits of laughter. And I thought, oh, what did I say? And he's laughing. I said, without really looking at the lady, I couldn't tell you who the lady was. Because I was kind of... I glanced at her, but then the fact that he was laughing, I looked at him. I said, what? He said, oh, you really shouldn't have said that. And he walked off. Anyway, so we're turning around and it's going through my mind, what on earth did I say wrong? All I said, is it your first time? Because I remember my first time. I've only done it 3 times now. I remember, and I was terrified I was going to do something wrong. Because to me, that is a very important thing, right? So I went down and I sat next to my friend Dorothy. She's lovely, Dorothy. Lovely, lovely lady. She's the one that brought him in, Father Danny. The apple and blackberry crumble pie or crumble, whatever it was. Nothing for me. Nothing for me. All for Father Danny. Nothing for me. Anyway, so I sat down, and at this point, when the whole thing is nearly finished now, the mass is nearly finished. So I want to see Father Danny to get this blessed afterwards, you see, which he's done. And as I'm walking up there, the lad's walking up. I said, here, what were you laughing at earlier? He said, what you said. I said, what? Is it your first time? Well, it's the first time she's done Eucharistic minister. He said, no, that's not what I was congratulating. I said, what were you congratulating? She's just got married. And I said to her, is that your first one? And we both collapsed. So I've got to find out who that is now and apologise, because I can't remember. I don't know what she looks like or anything. I don't think I really saw her. I just made the comment, and the fact that he laughed kind of took all my... Anyway, that's what happened today. That's what happened today. Who's getting adverts? Oh, you're not getting adverts, are you? Oh, sorry, you shouldn't be getting adverts. What, as in adverts that stop the show? Is it a bit like that? It's not C of E, Rachel. No, dear. Catholic. Proper church love. Catholic. Right, hang on a minute. Let me just see if I can stop these adverts coming. I'm sorry about that. You're not supposed to be getting adverts. I thought I'd changed all that. Anyway, what do you reckon on that one, Shania? Hello, Santa Barbara Rooster. Santa Barbara Rooster. Right, hang on. Let me have a look here. Auto-generated. Cool, this is going to be analytic viewer activity. Edit. Let's try edit. Monetization. Ah, here we go. Let's turn them off. Turn off. Okay, that should stop the ads. That should stop the adverts. I'm sorry about that, gang. I thought I'd turned the ads off. You haven't been getting them for a few weeks because I haven't had any complaints. It must have defaulted to back on again, so I've turned those off. You shouldn't get any more ads. There you go. Mark, let me know, love. What are you getting an ad for? A Ninja swirl machine? Yeah. I know, Shania. It was a bit awkward. Was that your first? Oh, dear. And then... is there any more to tell with that? No, the rest I'll tell you privately because there is another bit, but they won't understand it. Yeah, you'll understand it anyway. Check out the ads there, gang. All right, that should stop. Matthew, do you anticipate putting together any little videos in January? Maybe not. I just can't be bothered, to be honest. Filming everything that's going around. You know, my brother Martin from Butler's Empire. The camera's out all the time. You know, that's what he does. And that's fine. I just can't be bothered. I can't be bothered. It's like when I buy stuff. I always say, I'll make an unboxing video today. Because actually, you know, my most viewed video is taking a bloody Hoover out of a box. It's disappointing. It's disappointing when you put all this effort into doing stuff like this, and yet most people prefer to watch me taking a Hoover out of a box. But I just can't be bothered doing it, you know. There we are. Vera, that's what happens when you earwig. Yeah. Mind you, I've done the same in the hospital, in the clinic that I go to twice a year. I've gone there and the doctors come out. Actually, this is one of my really bad chest infections. Do you remember last year? Oh, the coughing, the crack coming up. And I was in there, and he come out and said, "Oh," and he said something. I said, "Oh," and then when he came back and talked to me, I sat in there, and I said, "Oh, you've worried me now." He said, "Why?" He said, "Well, I heard what you said there." "Oh, what did I say?" So I said, "Oh, you said this bloke did." You were saying da da da. He said, "Oh no, that wasn't about you. That was a bloke before you." It doesn't do any good to earwig, does it? I don't purposely earwig. I don't. Anyway, there we are. Big G says he was getting adverts through your new sponsor was Andrex. What tissue you use and what it is for your business. Yeah, whatever. Tell me you shouldn't be getting any adverts now, people. I hope I've turned it off. Or you might have to wait till the next. Let me know if you get any more adverts, okay? Were they for a blue pill? I'm sure you won't need one of those, Mark. My guess is that. All right, love. Okay. Now, I'm just going to bring up my things now to talk about. Let's have a look. Do you want a phone line? Does anyone want to call in tonight? Do you want a phone line open? I can do that. Is that open now? Oh, it's open. There we go. Okay. Phone line's open. There we are. Okay. Now, here's an idea for you, gang. Oh, do you want the phone number? Or shall I put it up in a moment? No, we'll do another couple of stories and then I'll open it for you. Okay, here's an idea for you. Now, anyone got pets? Here, Debs, are you still with us, love? Remember, I've got 2 videos to show you as well tonight. So maybe we'll hold on to that phone number, actually. Here's an idea. Now, anyone got any pets they don't want? Fantastic idea this is. Why waste an unwanted pet? I mean, we hear these nasty stories. People going and dumping their pets on public commons and forests and then there's the bags of in the lake. Oh, don't makes me feel sad. Little tear in my eye. Seriously, it does actually. But you've no need to go and dump your puppies next to a roadside or outside, Battersea Dogs Home. You haven't got to do that anymore. Because there's a zoo in Denmark that can help you with unwanted pets. A zoo! Sounds good, doesn't it? They look after animals. Of course they do. A zoo. The BBC website. Oh my God. Let's bow down in their sanctimonious importance. BBC. How wonderful you were before you got rid of the Globe. Then you got rid of the Globe and it all went badly wrong, didn't it? Woke. A zoo in Denmark has appealed to the public to donate their healthy, unwanted pets as part of a unique effort to provide food for its predators. I kid you not. Aalborg Zoo has asked for donations of live chickens, rabbits and guinea pigs, which it says are gently euthanised by trained staff. The zoo also accepts donations of live horses, with owners able to benefit from a potential tax break. No need to have an unwanted horse anymore. This zoo is happy to take them off your hands. Posted on Instagram, the zoo explains it has a responsibility to imitate the natural food chain of the animals, and smaller livestock make up an important part of the diet of our predators. Now, have we got any takers on this one, my darlings? Any takers? The zoo says the food provided in this way is reminiscent of what it would naturally hunt in the wild. And this is especially true for the Eurasian lynx. Quietly going around. Meow. Meow. Quietly going around. Innit? Other predators being kept at the zoo include lions and tigers. They've got to eat deer. They're not going to be happy with a corn steak, are they? They're not going to want chopped up bits of soya in some nice spicy food. No, they're going to want a guinea pig. A little guinea pig. Stop it, Rachel. Stop it. You naughty girl. No, stop it. The smaller animals can be donated on weekdays with no more than 4 at a time without an appointment. On its website, underneath a picture of a tiger devouring a piece of meat, Aalborg Zoo lays out the conditions for donating horses. To be eligible, they have to have a horse passport and cannot have been treated for an illness within the previous 30 days. If they are successful in handing over their animals, horse donors can then receive a tax deduction. This just gets better and better, doesn't it? In a statement, the zoo's deputy director said the zoo's carnivores had been fed smaller livestock for many years. So there you go. No need to get rid of your pets by dumping them somewhere in a box for other people. Take them to the zoo in Denmark. Thank you very much. You can thank me later. No, thank me now, please. Thank me now for that piece of information. All right. Patricia says Sue enjoys the unboxing video. I loved you climbing that ladder, putting up a bouncy bird feeder. Now biting and hilarious. How proud you were. It's not up anymore, mate. I got fed up with the birds pooing all over the bleeding place, all down the windows and everywhere. Soon got rid of that bird feeder, thank you very much. Why is there watermarks on that window there? Oh, I've just noticed that. You know, when the sun hits the window, you get all those bleeding watermarks there, don't you? And they look like... How can there be scratches? I wonder if that's my window cleaner done that. Because he don't go up with a sponge and all that. You know, he's got this long pole and a brush. Scrape, scrape, scrape. I think he's damaging the windows. I might get a normal one. Patricia says, I have DIY jobs if you're interested. But thanks for offering, but no. Thanks for offering, but no. I hate DIY, which reminds me, I must arrange to get my kitchen decorated. Do you know when I said I was going to do that? January. January, I was going to get that kitchen decorated. What did I have done? Was it my bedroom? I had my bedroom done this year, didn't I? 1 room a year. I'm not like my mate. His house is like a palace. Seriously, it's like a blooming palace. He's just had one of those toilets put in, you know, with the thing that comes up and fires water up your bum. It's a beautiful feeling, actually. I was on there for hours. He was getting really annoyed, banging on the door. Let me in! Let me in! You've been on there too long. Have you been on one of them toilets? About 500 quid he paid for that. Rachel said the penguins can have the dinghies for free. Stop it, Rachel. You're very naughty. Anyway, we'll open the phone line. There you go. It's as easy as that. There you go. If you want to call in, phone number's open. 020 8144 3477. If you want to call in about anything we're talking about or anything else at all, call in now. 020 8144 3477. Right, let me show you a little bit of an afternoon tea I had with my friend Debs. There's me and Debs. She's in the chat box at this moment. Look at that beautiful outfit she got on that day. She looked like she come from Greece in that. Isn't it beautiful? Beautiful. That's Coworth Park in Ascot. There's another picture of us there. Okay. Right, and there is a short video. Here comes a video. Deb's going down there. Through the fountain. Beautiful, look at this.
Well, good afternoon, welcome to Coworth Park in Royal County of Berkshire. Here we are with our very, very favourite resident DJ, Mr. Chris Reardon.
And we've actually come here to look at wedding venues because we haven't chosen anywhere yet, have we? You know, no, don't tell anyone because it's our little secret. Someone said that to me once. I can't remember. Anyway, it's our little secret that we are now looking at wedding venues. And Debs is particularly attracted to this due to the waterfall.
And also a lovely detail that you mustn't miss if you'd like to follow me, my darling.
Thank you. Oh, is that it? Is that it? Or is that repeating itself? I don't know. Oh no, that's a bit more. Here we go.
Chris and Deb sitting in the tree. K-I-S-S-I-N-G. Look, it's a wonderful romantic avenue of trees. Wouldn't it be just glorious to walk down the aisle here and say I do to one you love at the very end of it?
Yeah, no, it's been good. Yeah,
good.
Yeah. Some days are better than others, but
yeah, same as all sorts of things.
yeah, of course it is like any work you do. No, she's horrible.
Is she?
Yeah,
Is she really?
She
Big
doesn't
grumpy.
Well, she's okay, but when she's on the floor, she's sort of. You know, if someone's tearing over, you know, a little bit submissive, doesn't really like it. No, she's fine. No. She'll still hiss at you.
I don't know if you're in range of that bit of rope there.
Oh, yeah, definitely in range, yeah. Yeah, he's just in this windy weather, he'll really struggle.
What are you saying? Huh?
He said, where's my dinner? That's what he's saying.
You're still hungry.
He's not been fed yet.
What's his name?
Elmo.
Elmo, beautiful. Beautiful, ain't you, eh? You're beautiful. Right? I've never been this close to a beautiful bird like that.
He's lovely, yeah, he's just a big...
Hello, Boo.
All the time. All the time.
Hello, Boo.
Hello, Boo. Hello, Boo Boo. Oh, you're a lovely.
They struggle today. They'll all struggle in this wind.
Will they still go out, though?
They've got...
And there we are. That was our little afternoon tea at Coworth Park. And while we were there, we were very lucky. As we were walking, I was walking around because I've been there several times now, and Debs has never been there, so I show her around a bit. And there was this bloke just he had his birds of prey there, and one of the parents, because very rich people go and stay there for weeks, for their holiday, and they'd arranged, I think, a bird display for one of their children, and they would have paid him hundreds of pounds to come in and do a display just for them. Which is wonderful. And we just happened to be walking around, and I said, "But is there any chance we can come in?" "Oh yeah, no problem at all. Come over, mate." And it's very down to earth, the bloke doing that. And we were able to see the little owls and things. I discovered, I didn't even know, right? Owls can't move their eyes. That's why they move their heads all the way around. Can you do that? How far can you go? I just put my knicker out in a minute, won't I? They can't move their eyes. That's why they are able to move their heads around little things. They're so pretty, aren't they? So there we are. That was me and Debs on our little day out. Patricia enjoyed that. She said, "I just scratched on the inside." Well, I don't know. On the I think they're on the outside. I don't know. I remember doing, actually, funnily enough, talking to windows and that. Anyway, that's Coworth Park in Ascot. A highly recommended place for you to go at some point. Save a little bit of money up, go there, maybe save a lot of money up and stay there a night. You can often get good deals on booking.com, Coworth Park. And the idea is you find what the deal is on write it down, and then ring up the place direct. Okay, and say you found this deal on book. Will you do that offer? And she will then check it out. They don't take your word for it. Well, why should they? And we'll match that deal for you, and then you're booking direct with the hotel, which I always prefer to do anyway. Make sure you take some tips with you. Don't be bleeding tight and not give people tips. They're not on good money. That's the same with all hotel staff. But staff are excellent at that place. So that was our little outing there. What else have we got here? Yeah, let's open that phone line there. That is open now. So if you want to call in at any point, do so. It's only one line, okay? So if someone does call in, don't forget, gang, you can't call in. No one else. I can't take a second call, okay? So if you do hear someone on there. Downton Abbey film. Who's a fan of Downton Abbey? I love it. Well, it's all about to come to a complete ending. Of course, we lost the lovely Dame Maggie Smith last year. Such a wonderful actress, so many fantastic films. I've discovered she did this nanny film where she plays a mischievous nanny, which I haven't seen that yet. I particularly like The Lady in the Yellow Van, which I've watched 3 times. But Downton Abbey, her one-liners on there are something else. Of course, she's not going to be in the 3rd film because she's passed away now. But Downton Abbey number 3, very much looking forward to going to see that at the cinema. In the Radio Times, after first airing in 2010. So it's 25 years now, isn't it? Downton Abbey quickly became a global phenomenon. Now, funnily enough, I didn't watch it when it first came out. My mother would have loved this programme. She would have loved this programme. Sadly, didn't get a chance to see it because my mother died in 2000. But it says here, Downton Abbey quickly became a global phenomenon, chronicling the lives of the aristocratic Crawley family and their servants at a grand Yorkshire estate. Across 6 acclaimed seasons, created and co-written by Julian Fellows, the series explored love, loss, war, scandal and shifting class dynamics in the early 20th century in Britain before making a shift to the big screen. And the 3rd film, Friday the 12th of September 2025. I shall be going to see that. I don't go into London to see films very, very rarely. Very rarely. I can't be bothered with the price, honestly. Especially the Leicester Square cinemas. Silly money. Silly money you pay to go and see a film there, I tell you. However, I will go and see it at our cinema here, probably on a weekday afternoon, where generally we get tickets for like 10 quid, something like that. The amount of times I've been into a cinema, like, I don't know, on a Wednesday or Thursday afternoon, something like that, there's been like 5 other people in there, if anyone like that, But yeah, So it's going to be, it comes out on Friday the 12th of September, so I'll probably see it the week after some point. Oh, let me see what I'm doing that week. Very, very busy. Oh, I'm in Scotland. I'm in Scotland the week after that. Yeah, we'll be flying all over the world, dear. International, very international, flying all over the world, my loves. Well, maybe my niece will want to come and see that with me and the kids. I don't know if the kids will like it. I don't think that's for them. I might have to wait till the week after then. Good. A Scottish cinema. Is it any different? Instead of popcorn, what did I give you? Mini haggises or something like that? The film was first announced in May 2024, so last year. Filming began shortly after the announcement, with much of the original cast returning to reprise their roles. The third instalment marks the conclusion of the story, and that's going to be it. The grand finale promises to be a fitting send-off to the Crawley family and those who served them. So very much looking forward to that. I should be very, very careful not to read any reviews or anything like that, before it actually starts. Right, we've got a call coming in. Ooh, where are you? An international call.
Well,
who's on the line, please?
This is Matt from Canada. How are you?
Oh, hello, Matt from Canada. You see, there is a way of communicating, Matt. Although it's going to cost you an arm and a leg, so don't be there too long. This will be expensive for you,
no,
won't
definitely. Yeah, definitely, Matt. I'll keep the chat short. I just wanted to say, there is still a way for me to contact you directly. At least it's through a phone call, right?
Yeah, through a phone call, mate. How are you, Matt? And how's your family? All right?
Yeah, we're doing well. Everybody, as everybody's family is, the children are growing. I have Jacob now, who is 8. I have Emma, who is 4.
Yes.
It's just unbelievable how quickly they're growing, but they're doing fantastic. Jake is getting great grades in school. Emma joins school next year, so it's all happening very quickly.
How old is Jake now?
Jacob is 8 now.
Wow. See, I remember.
I can remember the day that you were commenting when he was born.
When he was just born. 12 years. Yeah. Sorry, 8 years. 8 years.
8 years old. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, it's unbelievable.
Yeah. Isn't it amazing?
I've got a great niece who's 13, a great nephew who's 12.
Wow.
Amazing. I've got do you know I've got a son, Matt?
Yes. I know about that. I know about you have an ex-wife, right? Yeah.
The whole connection thing didn't really work out, unfortunately, so I don't see him or anything. But he's 41.
Wow.
41.
Wow, that really puts things in perspective, doesn't it?
Yeah, it really does. Oh, it's lovely to hear from you. It really is.
Yeah.
Have you ever been...
I'm glad to hear that you're going international, by the way. I mean, you've always been pretty international in my mind.
International.
I recall the trips to New York that you've done, across America, and now you're going to be going to Spain. I mean, just lovely.
Yeah. I've been to America twice this year, California in June. Right. I went, and I actually went. Did you see the St. Monica Church there? I went to visit.
Yeah. That was lovely, mate. Just lovely.
Yeah, and the Christ Cathedral, the Crystal Cathedral. Did you see that
And how was that? Was that a good experience for you? I didn't see that one.
Oh, okay. Look it up. It's called Christ Cathedral, Los Angeles. It was called the Crystal Cathedral. The Catholics didn't build that. It was built by an American evangelicist who died, and his family, I don't think they wanted it, so we bought it off them. For knockdown price, to be honest. Although, a lot of money, but a knockdown price. And I think the Catholics spent twice as much doing it how we wanted it, if you see what I mean.
Yeah, well, it's typically a Catholic thing, right? They would like it a certain way, so I guess to achieve that, they're going to spend what it takes to get to that standard, right?
Yeah. So that's how that works.
Well, that makes sense.
Tell me, have you ever been on that?
America, mate...
Sorry, go on.
Oh, go ahead.
Go on.
So I was just going to ask, mate, I was thinking about you today when you were at Denny's. Well, I always think of you when I'm at Denny's, but did you hit at Denny's more than once on your last trip, or you always only hit it one time per trip?
Oh, no. It was either 3 or 4 times. When I was in Florida in January, I think me and my mate went there about 3 or 4 times. And when I was in California on my own, 3 or 4 times. The weird thing is, both hotels, you know, you crossed the road and there was Denny's.
Yeah.
I don't know how that worked
Wow.
out like that. But there was
It's a divine connection. The Lord knew that you like Denny's and
I
Denny's
love
liked
it.
you.
They do this vegetarian omelette, and it's really nice.
Right.
It's got cheese in it
Yeah.
and all this, and Denny's. And I think they're blooming good value for money, Denny's. I really do. And I do
Yeah,
not understand someone
definitely.
who wants to go to McDonald's and get a little bleeding thing in a bun when you can sit there and have
Yeah.
a proper breakfast with fruit and French toast and endless tea. Oh, don't! My mouth is going now. My mouth is
Oh,
going
it's just
mad.
lovely in there.
But
Yeah, well,
someone,
we have them in Canada, and I'm sure thankful we do make, because Denny's is amazing.
yeah. But someone told me to try Norm's, but the nearest Norm's was 2.5 miles away, so I didn't bother with that. Have you heard of Norm's?
Right, gotcha. No, I never actually heard of that. I'll have to look into that the next time in the Los Angeles area and check that out.
Apparently they're similar to Denny's, but a lot better. So I wouldn't know because I haven't been there, you know. But
No, well, you and I are biased at this point. I guess we both enjoy Denny's.
We
It's a
certainly
good value
do.
for money. It really is.
is that when you go in there, it's got that like 1950s American look to it, isn't it? You know that you
Yeah,
would.
and there's something about that that's just attractive. I mean, it feels like you're at home somewhere, doesn't it?
Yeah, like you would expect in like if you was on the set of Grease or Mel's Diner, which we've seen in various Disney things, haven't we? Mel's Diner.
Mel's Diner. Yeah, I've actually, every time that I go to Hollywood, I go to Mel's Diner that they have there. It's always lovely just to feel that nostalgic experience. There's something about it.
Tell me, you say you go to Hollywood. What did you think of it there?
Well, you know, I've been quite shocked every time that I've gone there, and I find that the amount of homelessness, Chris, is getting worse and worse every time. The tent encampments everywhere. I mean, it was crazy. It was not what I expected.
No, same here. I took a day.
Surely you must have been shocked.
I took a day trip there, so I was quite far from the hotel. So I got an Uber there, and then where I was dropped off, very near the little coach tour that I booked, and I got out this car and I thought, oh, I don't like it here. I thought it was a real dump.
I know, you get that
actually.
feeling like something's
I
wrong
was
here.
shocked, and lots of, and I don't dislike them. I feel sorry for so many people, literally living on the street, laying asleep.
Yeah, and I
next to the
absolutely, I
little
understand why they're there, mate.
next to the little pink stars with people's names in them, like Liza Minnelli. They're laying next to these stars in the street, and then you get on this coach trip 2 minutes up a hill, and there's these massive mansions. It's just the weirdest thing.
Huge.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so surreal, isn't it? I mean, you go literally from 1 degree to the complete opposite degree. It's amazing.
Yeah. No, it's sad.
But I mean, like I said, I understand why they're there, mate, because I mean, the fact is that across North America, just like England, right, you have those winter months that are brutally cold. Well, the homeless people don't want to be there. So if they can be in California where you can be there in January, no different than Fuerteventura in Spain, right, it's going to be nice all year round.
Oh, is it? I don't know. I know the temperature in Florida, generally most of the year round. You want to avoid the summer in Florida. It's painful. I've done
definitely.
it several times. Yeah. It's painful. You don't want to be going to Florida June, July, August, September, even May and October. The last 2 times I've gone in January. Now, the first time I went was with my nephew, Jimmy, about 10 years ago. You may remember the videos of that.
Right,
He's
I
now married. He's now
now
got 2 children. Frank, who's, I think, there's Frank, who's 3 now, and there's Ernie, who's about 6 weeks old, something like that, 4 to 6 weeks old. Right?
Yeah.
And I went with him, and the weather was lovely. Now, I went with my mate January this year, so 8 months ago, and the first 3 days, they had this really unusual cold weather. We are talking 4 or 5 degrees centigrade. And we're going on these... We're going in Disney with these great big thick coats on, and all that. So you couldn't... But then it finished, and very quickly it went back up to its normal temperature of about 25, you know, something like that. Sorry, am I speaking Fahrenheit and centigrade here? No, so I'll speak in centigrade.
Everything in Canada is centigrade, so as long as you're talking centigrade, we're on the same page. Yeah.
So very quickly, it was like 4, 5, 8, 15, 20, 25, and it jumped up very quickly after that. But they had snow in some parts of Florida, and you couldn't leave the state. It was that bad. And they the Floridians, I suppose you call them, they didn't know what was happening. They thought it was the end of the world.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, yeah.
Wow. Yeah, well,
yeah.
can you imagine what it was like in Canada at that time? I recall it. During those days where it was cold in Florida, it was minus 45, minus 47 here. It was just unbelievably cold.
Rather you than me, Matt. No, I don't like the cold weather. And that was the whole point of booking Future Ventura, because at that point we will be getting towards we're generally coldest, not in January, in February generally we're coldest.
February, yeah.
But January will be cold, and just to get out of that for a week will be nice for me, you know.
Oh, that'll be nice. And I mean, according to Martin's videos there, it's just lovely at that time of year. So, that's going to be wonderful.
Right. That's right.
Yeah.
All right, Martin, we'll have a lovely evening.
Chris, appreciate you. Yeah, you as well. Thank you again for taking the call, Chris. I hope you have a blessed evening there.
I appreciate you calling in. Cheerio, Martin.
All right, take care.
And good luck to your family. Bye-bye now. Bye-bye. There we are, Martin. Oh, how lovely lovely for him to call in like that. Didn't expect that this evening. Wonderful. Phone lines open if you want to call in. 0208 144 3477. Sharon Stone's out. Hello, Sharon. Very good friend of mine from years ago. Black cap customer there, aren't you, my love? All right. What's the time? 15:15. Oh, we've got plenty of time, haven't we? Plenty of time. Told you about the glasses. Talking about pets and things earlier. If you wanted to get rid of your unwanted pets or anything like that, you know, there's a zoo in Denmark. Happily take them off of you. Why are these? Can I just ask? Why are these so bleeding dear? I have a couple of cats. That's all right, Martin. I have cats that visit me. There's a ginger cat called Angel, and now a little black and white cat, and they're both quite young. Angel has now taken to every morning sitting on top of one of my hedges. Now, there's no platform there. Somehow, she's managed to balance herself on the hedge and wait for birds. And 3 times now, she's walked proudly past my living room window with a dead bird in her mouth. And it's just awful, really is. But it's nature, so there we go. One of those things. Anyway, I do like to keep some of these in the house. But I went to buy some of these. I can't remember where. I think it was in Asda. I think it was in Asda in Roehampton after I visited my mum and dad's grave a few days ago. And I come across the Dreamies. These are over £3 for cat biscuits. What are they making these out of then? £3 for Dreamies. I can get a whole packet of chocolate biscuits from Aldi for about 60p. How are these £3? Shocking, isn't it? Anyone else buy these for their cats? Is there a better alternative that are cheaper? I remember buying them at Aldi. I mean, I am an Aldi shopper generally. That being said, today I bought a load of stuff from Marks and Spencer's. But there are a few things in Aldi that are not always good. One is the blueberries. I have on many occasions bought blueberries and they very quickly turned mouldy. Very quickly. So I try to avoid buying blueberries from there. Onions. You know when you get like that, those 3 onions and they've got like this plastic thing around them. And many times I cut into an Aldi onion that I've only had a few days and it's rotten inside or it's going. So I try to avoid buying onions in there. The potatoes, they seem to be all right in there. Most stuff. I've even bought cat biscuits in there before. I think their own brands, and it's been mouldy inside. So, and what's the other thing? Oh, it was, you know, the part baked bread. I'm not eating bread at the moment, or not much very anyway. And I always remember being in there once, and I picked up this part baked bread, you know, like the baguettes. It was green. I kid you not. This bleeding bread was green. Awful. There we are. Any more calls? Just call in there. 020 8144 3477. Richard's there. Evening to Richard. just chatting away on the phone, having a very, very sensible conversation with my friend Richard a little bit later on. And Richard says, I found with blueberries, they go bad quickly because the only shop that sells British blueberries is Waitrose. Well, you know, Richard, we can't all afford to shop in Waitrose, lovey. I'd have to put my rents up. Where would we all be then, dear? Waitrose are the only ones selling British... Well, did you know that? Because I didn't. All the others are from abroad. Foreign blueberries. We're eating foreign blueberries. Oh, my Lord. Blimey. Dear me. Do they come across in the rubber dinghies as well? Do they... They come off the dinghies with their blueberries and go straight... Would you want to buy those, mate? Oh, dear. Mark Bowles, stop whinging and pay the damn money. Oh, hello? Have you ordered the ice cream machine yet for SJ? He will be very disappointed if you haven't. And don't forget the box of flakes and the little thing of hundreds and thousands, or the Americans call them sprinkles. Rachel says diabetic people can't have them. Unlucky, Rachel. Patricia volunteers for cat protections and meet cats living in many circumstances. Oh, you're a good girl. Because I love cats. I love cats. Dreamies are a favourite, and yes, Dreamies are so expensive, and I've yet to meet a cat yet that doesn't like them. Oh, yeah. You see, I've worked it out. I worked it out, Patricia. If there is a nervous cat, and you want the cat to come to you, don't you? When you are chosen by a cat, that is a very special thing. Father Danny has cats. I always like to give that little stroke. Lovely little cat. It's one of those with like a flat face. Beautiful cat. Anyway. So I've worked out. Nervous cat, you know, you see it looking, you move forward and it goes to run back. Stop. And it might not run. Then you go back inside. You get your packet of Dreamies. And you shake it. That's got your attention, hasn't it? And then they're looking. And I put some in my hand. And I get on the floor, kneel down, and I just hold my hand out. And slowly but surely, the cat comes towards you. And you must be very careful not to move. Just put your hand down. And if you're lucky, it'll come over. Or sometimes just put a few on the ground in front of you. And then just wait. And they come over. I suppose they're like drugs to cats. Oh, God knows what's in them. Are we drugging the cats up? They should be illegal, that. Yeah, Dreamies are expensive, and I've yet to meet a cat that doesn't like them. They do. Richard, blueberries from Costco are very nice, but they come from Peru, where they're not going to be as good, are they, lovey? Got to be British blueberries. Absolutely. Thank you very much. Right, let's show you my other little video today, boys and girls. I got an electric bike some months ago now, and I've been intending to do the bike ride to Virginia Water. It's lovely. It's a little bit further past Ascot. The actual journey itself is just under 11 miles for me. It's an electric bike that I've got, really nice bike, and you'll see a picture of it in a moment or two, okay? Bright yellow thing. A little bit expensive. It's not a bike you want to leave somewhere. It looks really good. I've had bikes for years and years and years. I don't think I've ever actually had a bike that looks quite as good as this one, and you will see it, I think, at the end of the video. Anyway, so I decided this week, looked at the weather, and I thought, you know, there's a nice day. I'm going to try and do the trip. And I did it on Thursday, and I made a little video of it as well, just for you. So here we go. Have a look at Virginia Water. I'll live talk over this for you. Okay. And that's actually at Virginia Water.
Look at these beautiful hydrangeas in Virginia Water.
beautiful swans there. Look at that. That was just the polo. I can't remember if I spoke over that for you. That was a polo place just there. But that's only part of Virginia Water. Look, it's just so peaceful and relaxing there. Aren't they graceful? Look at those. It's just me standing in front of what you just saw there. And here's an obelisk. Built in the early 1750s, King George II. And this is actually enormous, this thing. And we'll see a picture of it, or a video of it, and I'll pull back and it gives you sort of an idea to just how tall this thing is. I had to keep looking behind me here. I was walking backwards. There's actually quite a few people over there for a Thursday afternoon. Mind you, the kids were on holiday. Okay, that's the top of it there. So, as you can see, really huge thing, that obelisk. And there's my bike. I bought those 2 orange bags recently because I do my shopping and all that on there. I never get the car out to do shopping or anything like that. That was my little bike ride around Virginia Water. Very short video there. Okay. All right. Rachel said electric bikes are not cheap. Well, there's bikes and there's bikes. I mean, you can get them for like 300 quid or you can get them for like 10,000, you know. Believe me, that wasn't anywhere near 10,000. More at the sort of £300 end, to be honest. But yeah, and lovely ride. And as I say, about 22 miles as a round trip. It's not your legs that ache; it's your arse that starts aching on those saddles. Now, as a more expensive bike, which is what that is. I assume that my seat feels comfortable when I get on it. It's just after like an hour and a half, you start, oh, blimey, you know, you start moving your arse around like that, trying to get a little bit of give it a bit of a rest from sitting over that thing. Why is this? Oh, it's just shaking in here. Just a minute. Let me just do that. Oh, that's better. So it does start aching a bit, but nevertheless, it was a lovely ride and a really, really nice morning out. I left here about 10:30. And I think I got back here about 1:15. And I got, as you can see, I got off the bike and had a little look at things. The Polo Club looks nice. I bet that's expensive to belong to a polo club, I would imagine. Shall I look that up? Polo Club. Mark says he loves a good stroke. I expect it. I guess that SJ's gone to bed, has he now? Polo Club. Let's see how much it is to join that. Virginia Water. That's it. Guards Polo Club. That's what it's called. Membership. Membership. Let's have a look. Social membership or what's that then? Social membership. I don't know what that is. Let me click on that. Social membership. Social membership includes a member's annual pass plus 3 guest badges and car passes. Members will also receive coveted invitations to exclusive members-only events throughout the season. You see, I've no interest in really playing polo, but I just wonder how much it is. Does it say? Oh, here we are. Oh, one-off joining fee on acceptance, £580. Oh, let's go over to the teleprinter and we'll start adding these things up for you. So, £580 as a one-off fee. Do you like this teleprinter? We use this on my radio show every morning. The teleprinter. You want one, don't you? Teleprinter. There we go. Right. Okay. So teleprinter standing by, Annual membership fee paid by direct debit. You will receive 1 member's badge, 3 reusable guest passes, and 1 car pass. That's 580 quid. So presumably in the first year, you have to pay 2 lots of 580 quid. Is that it? Oh yeah, that's it. Okay, so for the first year, 1,000. Hang on, let me just get that for you. There we are. That's it. That's it, isn't it? I think that's it. Hang on. Plus naught equals. Is that it? Is that it? There we go. There we go. 1,600 and that's oh right, hang on, I've done this wrong now. 580 plus 580. Well, the equals won't work. Well, let's just try divide by 1. That's not working now. Hang on. 580 plus 580 divide by 1. That'll give us the thing. Right, how can that be 580? 580 plus 580 divided by 1. Hang on. It's all going wrong here, isn't it? 580 plus 580 times 1. Well, it says 580. Well, that ain't right, is it? Something's gone wrong with the teleprinter, Vera. Oh, hang on, I'm concerned now. Hang on, I've got to check it's going to work for tomorrow. 2 plus 3 plus 9 plus 5 plus 4 divide by 3. 1.33. Oh, no, well, that's working. I don't know why it won't add up. What a stupid bloody machine. £1,160 for the first year, I suppose. And then it's £580 a year. And what do you do for that then? Do you play? That's not for playing, is it? I don't know what that is. Do you just go and watch? What's it say? Benefits at a glass. Here we go. So if you're a member, £580 a year, experience the drama and passion of some 600 polo fixtures. I don't think I'd be interested in that. Entertain guests in our iconic clubhouse and experience the very best of private dining with our bespoke menus. Enjoy an exclusive calendar of social events throughout the year. Members only grandstands, always ensuring the perfect view for most of the club's main finals. I bet they're right up their own arses there, don't you? Enjoy priority booking for field-side parking and discounted grandstand tickets for the Cartier Queen's Club final. Relax in the clubhouse garden while your children enjoy the adjacent play area. Keep up to date with regular newsletters and enjoy our annual yearbook and annual lifestyle magazine, 10 Goal. Gain privileged access to some of the sport's most famous clubs through our exclusive reciprocal scheme worldwide. So there you go. That's what you get for that £580 a year. Not really doing it for me, to be honest. But there you are. You know, anyone done that? I wonder. Richard, your arse should be used to being... thank you very much for that, Richard. I shan't be reading that comment out. Very disappointed with a respected member of the Jewish community coming out with something like that, dear. You know. You should come to church with me, I think, actually. Thank you. Patricia in Manchester. Love the swift way you found the use for the teleprinter. I want my jingle playing now. Oh. Wait a minute. Jingle. Hang on a minute. Jingle for what, the Stock Aitken Waterman one? Do you want it? Do you want it? I can play that. There's no copyright on that. Ready? Oh yes, on the radio show that I do every morning. Let's advertise that again. There you go. 9 till 10. Reachonair.com. All the ways you can listen to it. Look at that. You can even watch it on Twitch if you want to. Tells you what to do. Download Twitch free of charge. It's a bit like YouTube, except we can't do the radio show on YouTube because of copyright things. We can on Twitch, though. Download Twitch completely free of charge. Set up your free account. And then look for me, Chris Reed in the UK. You can join us for our radio show. We're dance music in the morning. It's nice and upbeat. Very, very upbeat, okay? And we have jingles. We have wonderful jingles like this.
Stock Aitken Waterman on the Chris Reardon
Do you like that one? Do you like that one? Do you want to hear another couple of my jingles that I use? We can do these because they're not copywritten. Stock taking. Oh, we can't do that one. Oh, we got Disney. Tuesday night. No copyright strike for that. No, I'm just trying to be careful. Even Mark Bowles sent me in a lovely little noise. That's Mark Bowles. He's with us tonight. And shalom to you as well, Mark. Are you Jewish, Mark? My friend Richard is Jewish. Are you Jewish, Mark? I don't think you're Jewish, are you? Okay. Paul and Lou have their own jingle.
Paul and Lou, the show's biggest losers on the Chris Reardon show.
Because they never win anything, you see, so I had that made. I think my favourite one, Posh Twink Co, is not with us tonight. Sometimes sends in a fact of the day, which is a piece of interesting information that he's come across. And this is a jingle that I made, this one. See what you think of this. Now, Posh Twink Carl, he's an altar server at a church, right? So I came up with this. Fact of the day by Posh Twink Carl. Fact of the day by Posh Twink Carl. One more, I'll play you one more. Again, Paul and Lou, they compile our chart. We do a little thing every morning which involves playing a Stock Aitken Waterman song. Then people vote on it, give it a score out of 10, and then they compile a chart of the songs of the past and where today's song has come in that chart. And this is the jingle for that. Oh no, we don't want that. That's a copyright one. Hang on. Here we go. And then that goes into National Lottery then, which I can't play. But you get the general idea, and the show is full of little bits and pieces like that. So if you can join us, it's every morning, reachonair.com. Between 9 and 10 o'clock. I also do a Tuesday night. It's not quite the same Tuesday night, but we still have a bit of a laugh. The music is more everything rather than just dance music. Anything from rock and roll right up to today's rap music. And that's on Tuesday night between 9 and 11 o'clock. All right. Vera says you're bashing it too hard. What do you mean, dear? What, my calculator? I don't know. It won't add up. It's strange. It won't add up, and it will divide stuff. So 2 plus 6 plus 8 plus 9, right? And then divide. So that's 9. It says is it 2 plus 8 plus 9? Divide by 2, and that gives me an answer 4.5. Oh, hang on. No, that's not right either, is it? Hang on a minute. Is anything? Nothing's working, dear. Hang on. 2 plus 6 plus 8 plus 9. Then what do I do then? Divide. No, it wants to divide the 9. Something seems to have gone a little bit wrong here. I don't know what. Why? What's that there? Hang on. No, you see, when I'm hitting divide, it wants to divide the 9. It's just 2 plus 5 plus 6 plus 9. Oh, something's gone wrong with the telephone. Oh, I'll have to work on that now, you see. Oh, that might not be available tomorrow then. The teleprinter. Terrible. I wonder what's gone wrong with that then. Have I moved a number or something on there? I don't know. All right, so that's annoying. Maybe turn it on and turn it back on again. Thank you very much. Oh, dear. Patricia's highly amused by that. Love the... I've read that. Mark says he's not going to buy the ice cream machine. SJ will be very disappointed by that. Very, very disappointed indeed. Okay. Dreamers, what's the time? All right. Eating out. Have you ever got food poisoning, gang? Oh, hello, sis. What time are they on? Are they on at 7 then or something? How dare you go across and watch your daughter instead of your brother doing her show? Very disappointed, sis. Anyone ever had food poisoning when eating out? I've done it myself, actually. I very foolishly, years ago, years ago, I very foolishly had a freezer, which I don't know what happened. I took some burgers out. I thought they were a bit soft, and I realised the freezer had gone off. I put it back on again. So everything refroze, and then I think I got some burgers out at some point and cooked them and ate them. Oh, I was so ill. So ill. DIY blooming DIY food poisoning. Anyone had food poisoning? I think fish and chicken in particular are bad, aren't they? And you should never reheat rice, I believe. Although someone told me if you cook rice and then cool it down quickly and put it in the fridge, then you can reheat it. But I wouldn't risk it. I mean, rice is so cheap anyway. Why take the risk? I must admit I cheat a little bit with rice. I just buy those packets, you know, from Aldi, 50 pence or whatever they are. You tear a little bit and put them in the microwave for 3 minutes. Lovely. Wholemeal rice I have. A story in the Daily Star. Some blokes died. He ate a half-cooked chicken at a 4-star holiday hotel. He was in the Canary Islands. Funnily enough, actually, that hotel I'm staying at is fully inclusive. I don't think have I done fully inclusive before? Yes, I have. St. Lucia. Years ago, St. Lucia. When we were kids, of course, we used to go to Pontins, and that was fully included. You just paid the money, and that was everything. Well, no additions or anything like that. Only drink, you know. Drink you had to pay for. There were no free drinks. But all the food and that, you know, breakfast, lunch, dinner, all in a lovely dining hall place. It was great food that we had in there. But I think I've only been on one foreign or fully inclusive one, and that was in St. Lucia when I was best man at my mate's wedding. Anyway, this bloke, Leslie Green, jetted off to Canary Islands for a much-needed break. His dream holidays soon turned into a nightmare as he was struck down after eating chicken. He died. He died after catching salmonella. Now, I don't know about you, but you hear the word salmonella, you think it sounds like a little bit like a bit of a stomach bug. No, it can be deadly. Can be deadly. A bit like jellyfish. A lot of people, certainly here in the UK, they go to Australia. Oh, don't go in there, it's jellyfish. Oh, I don't want to get stung. No, you die. A jellyfish in Australia can kill you. It's not a little sting. Same with salmonella. Very, very serious. Leslie Green died after catching salmonella from a half-cooked chicken that he ate at the luxury hotel he was staying at. An inquest heard that Leslie, who's 70, fell ill just days eating the food, causing immense sorrow for his family who were there. Terrible. They stayed at the luxurious Occidental Jandia Playa Resort Hotel on the island of Fuerteventura. Well, it's not the one I'm staying at, is it? No, I don't think it is. I don't know if it's on the British Airways one, because obviously not all hotels are on there. So someone ain't done their job properly. That's very scary, you see. Now I'm thinking I don't want to be fully inclusive. Let's have a look. Did I look at that one? No, it looks all. You see, the hotel looks all right. Occidental Jana. Oh, it's terrible. They shelled out heaps of money for their Spanish holiday, dropping a total of £2,300 for a 2-week stint at the 4-star hotel in October last year. In the second week of the holiday, he fell ill. He was rushed to hospital on the island. His condition gradually worsened, soon beginning to develop other complications and diseases, including sepsis and kidney failure. Stayed in hospital 4 weeks fighting various health afflictions, but he died. Oh, God. From multiple organ failure. Food poisoning. Partially cooked chicken. Shocking. I mean, I don't know, as you know, I'm vegetarian. I don't know if we're any better off or not. For example, I've mentioned the rice. You mustn't eat. I don't think you can reheat rice, to be honest. Big G. You should never eat chicken that can still cross the road. Oh, shut up, you idiot! Oh dear. Yeah. I honestly, I don't know if vegetarians are less likely to get food poisoning. I really don't know. Rachel had Armageddon diarrhea with a mucky curry. Oh. Matthew, undercooked chicken one time hit me hard when visiting an Indian restaurant in North Dakota in the USA, Matthew. Rachel, reheated rice is poisonous. Yeah, I thought that. Hello, Adam. Adam Blue. When are you coming to Singapore again, love? Adam Blue got salmonella poisoning from eating at a Chinese restaurant and ended up in hospital and had to report it to environmental health. Jason, you've got to be really careful with seafood. I've heard that. Daniel's not coming to the karaoke now. Why is that then? Oh, sorry, Daniel. I won't sleep for a week now. Oh, they were going to come on Friday, I think, weren't you? Evening to you, Daniel. Welcome. Thank you. Rachel, eating fugu is not recommended. That's puffer fish. Oh, no. Is that the one that looks really fat? They're funny puffer fish, aren't they? Like that. Some people look like that, don't they? I hope there won't be any of those in the gym later when I go. Anyway, there we are. Very, very bad indeed. And it does worry you. I say, or maybe I shouldn't have gone under fully inclusive. I mean, these stories, thank God, are, at least the ones we hear about, are few and far between, aren't they? I don't think I've got food poisoning before eating out. I don't think so. I mean, I've had funny tummy sometimes after chips, but I just put that down to too much grease or something like that. Oh, oysters. Oh, no, Rachel, not oysters, love. Oh, God. Oh, no. It must be like eating snot. Oysters and what are those? Not shrimps. Yeah, shrimps pulling them little legs off. Oh, no. Or snails. A cocktail stick picking its thing out of its house. How would you like it if someone come round to your house with a sharp stick and picked you out of your house? Oh, dear. I'm talking of chips. Rachel said it's not. Eating. It's not. Sorry, gang, I've got this pain here. Right. Chips. More chips, anyone? How many portions do you have a week? I bet one a week now. One a week. I'm pretty good on that. Pretty good on chips. Daily Mail. Eating just 3 portions of chips per week could trigger type 2 diabetes. Here we go. Another thing to worry you with. Scientists who tracked the diets of more than 200,000 adults found a 20% higher risk among those tucking into 3 weekly servings, 3 portions of chips, type 2 diabetes. Tucking into similar amounts of boiled, baked or mashed potatoes had little impact on developing the condition, the study also revealed, which is good news because today, I must admit, very bad pre-prepared potato I had today. Cold Cannon from Marks and Spencer's. Serves 2. Pfft, who do they think they're kidding? Serves 2. That's a 1-person portion. Thank you very much. I bought a Cold Cannon, and a little packet of vegetables. And Marks and Spencer's vegetable casserole, absolutely delicious. Delicious. Lovely. Anyway, eating chips 5 times a week pushed your chances of getting it up 30%. But like I say, boiled, baked or mashed potatoes, little one. You would think baked would be similar to chips, wouldn't you? Because you put like oil or fat over it. My mum used to do everything in what's that stuff called? You know, a thing of lard. What's the brand of that lard? I'm trying to think. Lard. Leading lard brand. Where was it? I can't think what one it was now. Sainsbury's lard. Yeah, it was a lovely thing like that. She used to chop up bits of that and put it on the potatoes. Absolutely delicious. Delicious. And then you get some chips, don't you, done in beef dripping and stuff like that. Is some Jason don't like squid or crab? Oh no. Gary, I went into a restaurant 15 years ago with his ex and her dad. We ordered our food sitting down, waiting. Next thing, the table behind us got served smoked salmon. We had to move. Smoked salmon, that's a really expensive thing, isn't it? Smoked salmon. He can't stand fish. I'm not keen on the small. Cooking, thank you, Sharon. Cooking, that's my mum. I used to use that. Cooking. She should cut a lump off and put it in with the potatoes. Delicious, my mum's roast potatoes. And she had this like metal tin thing. I always remember this like metal tin thing. It was all done in that. And she'd do it in that. And then you'd have your dinner. And then she'd, do you want any more potatoes? Yes, please, mum. And she'd come into the living room with a tea towel holding this metal thing, like a fish slice, and she'd be scraping the potatoes off the bottom of this metal thing. And, of course, that's where all the crunchy bits are. Oh, sis, I think we should bring back the cooking. What do you reckon, sis? Hey? Rachel had octopus. I asked why it takes 3 hours to cook. They say every time we cook them, they turn the gas off. Anyway, there we are. All right, any more texts? Very quickly with text because we're about to disappear, gang. All right, about to disappear. So very quickly with the texts. We've done that. Listening to someone's conversation. Let me just take that out of the summary. Dreamies, glasses, lose weight. Oh, I'll do that another time. That's it. Accidental racism. I did that this week. I did accidental racism. Well, what it was is I told you I went to the dentist, didn't I? And we got to have a filling. And I was given 3 choices, actually. The NHS filling. But when I went in there, here's the accidental racism. So she says, what's your name? Who is it you usually see? Oh, I can't remember. Oh, what's she look like? Oh, I think it's the Asian lady. And she looks at her mate behind the counter. Why is it so boring in dentists? They used to have fishes, didn't they? Fish tanks in dentists. They don't have fish tanks anymore. It's boring in dentists. And they sit there dead quiet, don't they? All serious. Have you noticed that? Dentist surgeries. No one's talking to each other. They all look so depressing. Now and again I might say, hello, love, are you all right? Huh? Oh, hello. They don't want to... It's so serious in dentists, including the staff. The dentists themselves are usually quite chatty and nice. People behind the camera. Asian, what Asian woman? I can't remember. Is it so? Oh, no, she's Canadian. I thought, oh, God. Accidental racism, that is. Well, that's how she looked to me. Oh dear, so that was my example of accidental racism. And I went in to see the lady who does my teeth, and I said, I must apologise. I've just miscountryed you. She said, what did you say? I said, I thought you was Asian. She said, oh, that's all right, she said. She's laughing. Anyway, so I went in there. She had a good look around. She said, it's quite a large filling. She said, is there any pain? I said, no, oddly enough. And she said, oh, you're lucky then. That's all right. I said, will it get more painful? She said, it might or might not do. Can't really tell you that. Okay, fair enough. What's the score then? She said, I can do your normal NHS filling, £75. She said, it'd be a silver one. She said, but she said, it's quite a large filling. She said, I'm not sure it's going to stick that well. Okay, what else have we got? She said, I can do a white composite filling. It will look better. That doesn't bother me, to be honest, because it's right at the back. I mean, who sees those, right? So it's right at the back. She said, I can do a white composite filling. She said, but unfortunately, that's not on the NHS. It will stick better. She said, it will definitely stick better than that. Plus, there's a year's guarantee if anything goes wrong. Okay. How much is that? 320 quid. You know. Or you can have a crown. I said, okay. She said, can you explain? Yes. So that's a cap that goes across your teeth. And I said, is that, do you know it? No, it's in there. She said, you will at first, but you'll very quickly get used to it. Oh, I'm not going for that, really. I'll go for the second option. Okay. I said, will you do that now? She said, no, I can't do that now because it's a bit of a large filling. She said, you'll have to make another appointment. So thank you very much. Anyway, so that was it. So I've gone for that. And that's in first week in September. I think, 3rd of September, I'll get that done. But I'm walking back, right? I'm not being funny. I just bought 4 pairs of glasses for 80 quid. And you want to put a bit of white plastic in my tooth and charge me 300 bastard quid. Do you know what I mean? It's just unbelievable. The money. The money. Anyway, there we are. John Dixon's there. Hello, John. Mr. Bean at the dentist is entertaining. Oh, yes. Yeah. It certainly is. All right, time to go. Let me do my texts. Any more texts? That's it now, is it? Mark's still there. I can't believe Mark is still there. There we go. All right, gang, we'll leave it there. Thank you very much for joining us on the show today. Don't forget, radio show tomorrow morning between 9 and 10 o'clock. You can watch that on Twitch, not on YouTube, I'm afraid. Or just go on your computer or mobile phone, type in reachonair.com and click the listen button on there. If you've got an Amazon device, go into your Amazon device and enable the skill Reach on Air. Go onto your Amazon app, the Alexa app on your phone. Go into that, enable the skill Reach on Air. And on air is all one word. It's actually misprinted up there. I'm going to change that poster. On air is one word. So type it, look for the skill called Reach on Air. Enable that, close it. And then you just say to your Amazon device, play Reach on Air, and you can listen live. But if you want to watch it, you'll have to download Twitch. All right, darlings? Thank you very much. Thank you for all your kind messages on all your bits and pieces. If you are on YouTube, type into your search bar now, Butler's Empire. And my sister and Martin from Butler's Empire will be with you from 8 o'clock. They are not a live show. However, they are live in the chat box. And if you want to ask them anything and talk to them, they're both sitting behind a keyboard while their show is playing out for you, and will answer questions and stuff like that. All right? Enjoy the rest of your evening. And I'll see you for another little radio show tomorrow morning. And next Sunday. Yeah. And next Sunday for another one of these. Thank you. Bye-bye now.